all, and welcome back to part 2 of my Prix de Triomphe preview, the world's greatest flat race, and taking place this Sunday at its new home, well, its new temporary home, Chantilly Racecourse. In part 1 we covered some of the main contenders, and in part 2 we will cover the rest of the main contenders. Okay, let's see here. Let's start with Nubay, last year's French Derby winner, and he finished third in this race last year behind Golden Horn and Flintshire. I don't know, he just hasn't really quite been as impressive this year. It all sort of went wrong for him in the Prix Gannet when he made a seasonal reappearance on really horrible ground, to be honest, really soft, and well, there was no way he was going to beat Shinakari anyway, but Andre Fabre, I think, has been very sensible approach to this race with his colt. He only ran twice since the Gannet in the. He won a really moderate Group 3 at Deauville, and then he went on to the Irish Champion Stakes, like many of the main contenders here. He ran a fine race in fourth, just finished less than a bit behind Mining. I think it wasn't a bad run. I didn't think the track really. I didn't think the track really played to his liking, to be honest. I think the Chantilly track really does suit him. He has got some very good memories here. Obviously, the French Derby one is a big one, and he's got a big chance. The ground looks like it's going to be in his favour, and Vincent Cheminot, in only a second arc ride, will be looking to take the prize. Of course, Vincent Cheminot has also won France's greatest jumps race, the Grand Steeplechase de Paris. That was 2014, I believe, and he's now looking to win his country's greatest flat race. So what a double that would be. It's a bit like winning in England the Grand National and the Derby, I suppose. Yeah. That's how big it would be. It would be one hell of an achievement. And of course, Andre Fabre, we know, 7 arc wins, looking for an 8th. He is just a brilliant trainer. He picks his horses so well for these big days, really does. I quite like him to finish in the first 3 or 4, definitely. He's at a really good price for an each way bet. I think he's got a bit of a squeak. Then moving on to a very interesting contender in Order of St George, the Irish St Leger winner, and last year's Irish Leger winner and this year's Ascot Gold Cup winner. Last time out at Leopardstown, the Curragh, bless me. Yeah, it was just a funny old race, that Irish Leger. 4 runners really, and Frankie sort of stole the race from the front, I thought. Admittedly, it wasn't Ryan Moore's finest ride, and the high winds didn't help him make up the ground. Personally, I just think he just wasn't quite himself that day, and he really needs to up his game if he's to win this, because let's be honest, Wicklow Brave is, he's a jumps horse basically, and he's beaten by a jumps horse in a flat race. So for whatever reason he was beaten there, I don't know. Many of the O'Brien horses got beaten on Irish Champions weekend, and some of them were pretty heavy favourites too. So yeah, he needs to put that behind him now, and I'm not sure who takes the ride on him, because Ryan Moore will probably ride foul. It could be Donegal O'Brien. He won on him at Leopardstown in June, or sorry, early June. His warm up for the Gold Cup, and so he could be on board him his first ever arc ride, that would be, and he would prefer the ground to be soft, because that really could have brought out his stamina. This is his first start over a mile and a half. Will he lack the pace of a Postponed or a Makaheki? He could. He will need a strong pace, that's for sure. But although he's a stayer, he's got a really good turn of foot, this horse, as was seen when he stormed home to win the Gold Cup in really grueling conditions. He could run a big race, and for me he is the most interesting horse in the race. Then moving on now, By the way, I think Warner St George will run really well. He'll run a big race for sure. Moving on to now to the Prix Vermeil winner, left hand. She quickened up really well to win the Vermeil under Maxime Guillon. It wasn't the greatest Vermeil ever. It was quite a poor Vermeil, to be honest. Our trial team was we would have a letdown this year, to be honest. Small fields, not packed with overall quality, to be honest. And but she did it well, and she will for sure. And she wouldn't have been 100% that day. Her trainer would have left some work on board. Her trainer is Carlos Lessa. Yeah, you know the guy who trained Celebrity to win in 2012. I can't pronounce his name, to be honest. But yeah, 16-1 here I see. Biggest price actually 20-1 with Labrix and Coral and William Hill. Prix Vermeil winners have got a good record in the race, as I said. Yeah, certainly, obviously, Trev used the Vermeil as a springboard to win in 2013, and well, she won again in 2015, but didn't win the Arc. Slimmy was third in the race in the Vermeil and went on to win the Arc, and of course Sarkova used it as a springboard. So it's a really good race as a springboard to the Arc is the Vermeil. But I don't know. I just don't think she's quite good enough to win this race, and I probably would look past her, to be honest. But you never know. I've been wrong before, trust me. So yeah, off the rest, Highland Reel's interesting. Is a King George winner. It's 25-1 for the Arc. I think for me that's a crazily big price. You know, he's a very good colt, and he was only a 3/4 of a length behind Postponed at York as well. I know Postponed wasn't on the top of his game, but still it was a really good run. Then he went to Leopardstown for the Irish Champion Stakes, where, to be honest, I thought that was a bit of a mistake running him there, to be honest. For me, he's definitely better over 12 furlongs than 10, and the track probably didn't suit either. Leopardstown's quite a tight wee track, and but it looks like he's going to get as good, well, to be honest, he goes on any ground, but for me his best ground conditions are either good to firm or just good honest ground, and it looks like he's going to get that, and I certainly look forward to seeing how he gets on. He does appear to be the Ballydoyle third string here, but even so, Shamie Heffernan could take the ride, and he's won on him in America last year in the Secretariat Stakes. He's a big price, really good each way bet for me. Finished second in the French Derby at this course last year. And the only other horse I really want to mention is Silverware. Christophe Simeon has picked up this ride because Almanzor, very disappointingly in my opinion, is not running in the Arc. But anyway, that's an argument for another day. Silverware here, 25-1 was prices, or was betting for him, sorry. Warmed up well to win the Prix Foix. Didn't beat an outstanding field that day, but still I was very impressed. He won very easily under Maxime Guillon, and for sure the having the French champion jockey on board will be a big help, and he certainly could be one at a big price as well. You know, there must be at least 4 or 5 in here at a big price you could really fancy to win. For me, it is between the top 7 in the betting. Really, one of those will win this race, I feel. But certainly Silverware is also out with a chance. He will like the ground as well. He did win. He has won a Group 1 of Frigate in the Grand Prix de Saint-Cloud, and yeah, obviously the worry is probably he is a 5-year-old now, and obviously that started when we won 5-year-old winner since 1989 is a bit of concern, and but records are there to be broken. Picked up an interesting stat from at the races there yesterday. Yeah, Phil Smith is on it doing his Ask the Handicapper show, and he came up with an interesting stat about 3-year-olds in the Arc. In the last 22 Arcs, 77% have been won by 3-year-olds from around only 25% of the runners. That's very good knowledge. But certainly 3-year-olds have got a very, very good record in this race. I think they have won, well obviously they won last year with Golden Horn, and I think how many winners have they got this decade, 3-year-olds? Yeah, 11 Arc winners since 2000. Very good record in the race. And you know, they're just I think this year's 3-year-olds haven't been outstanding. The favourite is an older colt, and the third favourite is an older filly. But Makaheki and Horizon is flying the flags for Japan and Europe's 3-year-old division. Well, certainly 3-year-old colt division. But yeah, well, that's all I can mention. So let's hope for a really good day's racing on Sunday. It always is Arc Day. It's always a very, very special day. A day that I really look forward to all year. And let's hope we're in with some fantastic racing. And the big race should be fantastic as always. It's run over a new course this year. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. And so yeah, my Arc tips would be Makaheki for the win, Found in second, and Postponed in third. That's how I think the Arc will play out, and good luck with all your bets, and enjoy it if any of my viewers are going across to Shanty to watch it. So I'll speak to you all soon, and I very much look forward to talking to you all soon. Catch you later.